In today's video, I'm going to talk about pain after double jaw surgery. Please excuse my speech impediment. I still have my stint in. I'm 3 weeks, 2 days post-op, and what I will be sharing in this video is my own experience, and from experience of watching over other people's journeys, I can say everyone's pain tolerance and pains that come to them seem to all be different. So this is just adding another data point to what happens after double jaw surgery. The first time I felt pain after surgery was the day of surgery. I woke up and it appeared that no one had checked on me for a while. My IV was empty. I felt a lot of pain. My back of my throat was just really dry, and the call nurse button was far from me, and the one on the hospital bed didn't work. And so it took a while to get someone to notice me and to come in and help. And they realized then that my IV with my pain med stuff had run out and got me hooked up right away. And so that was my first little bit of pain, and honestly, for the first 3 weeks, the worst of the pain. I did take hydrocodone for the first 3 days post-op, just because I was scared that if I didn't, you gotta stay ahead of the pain. I thought I better take it just in case, and so I did. And my pain was always like, 1, 2, 3 or whatnot. That being said, there's different kinds of pain, and I didn't have like pain from the jaws as much as the hard part of healing is you have like no energy. I had a stint on the top and the bottom, and my jaw was wired shut, and that's a real hardship. So there's like pain in that regard, but for today's video's sake, I'm really just going to talk about like pain that you get, which I found out that I did get some pain, so that's what I wanted to mostly talk about. So I stopped taking my meds after day 3, but then I switched to Tylenol and ibuprofen, and that lasted just a couple of days because it tasted really gross, and I realized I would rather have some pain than feel nauseated from this gross medicine. And so I just stopped, and I figured if I ended up getting more pain, I could just take some medicine and get back on top of it. But I never ended up having enough pain to want Tylenol. I do have a high pain tolerance, and I'm not really like afraid of pain. Like, I know some people don't want to feel anything, and I don't think pain is like a horrible thing if it's just like a small amount and for a small amount of time. And so I was good without taking the Tylenol, but I could see some people probably wanting it at my pain level, probably up to like day 10. So everything was going great, didn't have much pain until the day that I got unwired. So of course, in the beginning, being unwired felt amazing. I was very happy to get unwired. I was sad to realize I had to keep this stint in for another 2 weeks because it's so annoying and it stinks, and it's just, you can't do anything hard. You can hardly talk. It makes eating more difficult, and you just don't want something in your mouth like that's so intrusive. But my first major pain, which was still manageable, kind of came the night of getting unwired. So when you're wired, you don't realize it, but you're in a very protected like state. Your jaw's like in a comfortable position and kind of stuck there, and it's like held together by something other than yourself trying to keep it together. And so when you're wired together, it holds you up for you, so it's kind of like holding your jaw into a comfortable position. And when they unwire you now, you either hold it shut like this, but then you like want to talk and eat and stuff, and so your jaw is moved from where it's been for 3 weeks. And by the end of the night, I didn't talk like an excessive amount. I didn't eat. I kind of ate a little more. I ate a thing of mashed potatoes and gravy, and that did take, when you eat with a baby spoon, and a little small meal can take like 20 to 30 minutes. And I'm a slow eater anyway, but trying to get it in there and not hurt yourself and not get the spoon stuck So I guess I did kind of tire out my mouth. So by the end of the evening, yes, my jaw was pretty sore, but worse than that, this ear felt full and started kind of giving me a headache and a migraine. My doctor informed me the ligaments aren't attached yet, and so you can get a lot of ear pressure, and even if you chew or yawn or do things, you can't necessarily clear it like normal. So I ended up with a really bad migraine, which thankfully I already had. Like, I used to have chronic migraines. It's one of the reasons why I got the surgery. So I already had good medicine, so I took, and that kind of knocked me out, which was good. I probably needed that. But then this morning I woke up with the most pain I can think of physically felt before. That said, I don't want to scare people like, oh, what was so horrible or whatever. It just felt like, so I've been in a car accident before and got like whiplash, and you know, if you've ever had that experience, the day of you're a little bit sore, and then like the next day you feel your back and it hurts like real bad. You could tell you've been in an accident. So this morning I woke up and my jaws ached so badly. It felt like I had, you know, if you've seen on TV where people like beat them until like they break their jaw or whatever. It felt like that. Like I felt like I had been beat up the night before or got in a terrible car accident and like smashed my face. Like I could feel where like it felt broken. It hurt. And then to make it kind of worse, my throat and my mouth was so dry I could barely even breathe. My guess is I slept with my mouth open. Having it in a different position made it super sore. And obviously, if you have breathe through your mouth, you know, you're gonna dry out your mouth and your throat. So that was achy. I kind of laid in bed for like a half an hour and it hurt the whole time. But then once I got up and I started, well, I didn't want to talk at first, it just hurt so much. I just didn't want to move it. But then once I started talking and then I ate some oatmeal for breakfast, it was kind of back to normal. It just kind of felt a little sore, like I'd been talking too much or something. That's kind of where I am now. It's evening and I don't feel, you know, I just feel a little bit sore, nothing horrible. You know, maybe someone else would have taken Tylenol this morning. Again, even though I could probably swallow the pills, I'm not really into that as much. I'd rather just deal with a little bit of pain. Oh, the other thing is sometimes when you're talking or eating, you might open up a little bit wider than normal, and that will kind of cause some shooting pain. But it's like real quick and fast and over with. It's just kind of shocking, so you're like, oh, you know, but it's, again, not horrible. So that's, I guess, my video on pain. It probably sounds like a big complaining video. I'm not complaining. I would say I've had a great healing period. I feel like I'm doing very well overall. Yeah, as soon as I get this tint out, I think I'll just like exponentially feel better. I am pretty swollen, which is funny because other people don't realize how swollen I am, but I feel like I look like a Whoville person. It's just very, like, I feel it here and here. Yeah, overall getting better, so that's my video for today.